and welcome to a collaboration between me, Fat Frog Yoga, and Chesterfield Borough Council. We will be doing a meditation today by exploring the breath. Before we begin, the meditation will last about 15 minutes, so we really do want to make sure that we are comfortable today. You can either take a seated position, cross-legged on the floor. If you do that, you might want to pop a cushion underneath the sits bones just to make yourselves comfortable. Or you can, of course, sit on a chair or sofa or other. If you do this, please just make sure that the back is nice and straight. It's in a neutral seated position. You can, of course, lie down. Either way, get a blanket, make yourselves warm, make yourselves comfortable, and we will begin. And we begin by taking a soft gaze to a point on the floor in front of us, or gently closing the eyes. Begin to let the body relax. And we take our attention to our breath without trying to change anything, without judgment. We just notice the breath, notice how we are breathing. As you've taken the notice to the breath, just start to take a scan through the body. From the very top of the head down towards the toes. Noticing any areas of tension, any niggles. You might also notice where the body is touching the floor or the chair, where the hands are resting, either on the body or on the floor. And once we've noticed how the body feels today, just notice what emotion, what feeling is riding there at the very base of it all, if any emotion at all. And again, we do this without judgment. We are just an unbiased observer. Noticing what emotion is at the base of it all. Noticing where we are starting from today. And that is what meditation is all about. It's about noticing without judgment. Noticing like clouds in the sky, just noticing them as they pass by. As an observer. And once we have noticed how we are feeling today, let's take the attention back to the breath. Again, without trying to change anything, we just notice how we are breathing. Start to notice the rise of the chest as you breathe in, and the fall as you breathe out. You might notice that the stomach rises if you breathe right down into the diaphragm, and the stomach falls as you breathe out. Just start to notice how you breathe. And as you breathe, you might want to start to notice more elements of your breath. Noticing the very top of the breath as you breathe in, that subtle change that moves from breathing in to breathing out. And again, that subtle change at the very base of the exhale as you then start to breathe in. Noticing that top and the bottom of each breath. You might want to notice the length of each breath. Don't try and change the length here, just notice the length as you breathe in. and the full length as you breathe out. Another element you might want to explore is just listening to the very sound of your breath. The sound of the breath as it passes over those microscopic hairs in the nostrils, as you breathe in and as you breathe out. The very sound of your breath. Another element of your breathing you could explore is just the sensation of the breath as it passes over the very, very base of the nostrils. A slight coolness as you breathe in, and a slight warmth as you breathe out. Notice the air passing over the very, very base of those nostrils. And out of those sensations, find which feels the best for you to focus on. It might be the rise and fall of the chest or the stomach as you breathe in and out. Noticing that subtle change at the top and the bottom of each breath. You might find it easier to follow the length of the breath or the sound of your breathing, or that very slight sensation at the very base of the nostrils. Just start to take your focus to that element of your breath, concentrating all your awareness. And if it helps as you focus on that element, maybe start to count each breath out. Breathing in and out counts as 1. In, out counts as 2. Count each breath up to 10, up to a count of 10, before beginning again at 1. And allow yourself to relax with each breath. Don't worry if the mind begins to wander. It's perfectly normal. It's just what minds do. Whenever the mind wanders, just notice the thought or the feeling that arises. Label them if you wish to, as a thought or a feeling, and let them pass by, gently guiding your awareness back to the breathing, back to that element you're focusing on, and back to the counting. No need to get distracted or caught up in why you got distracted. We notice when we get distracted without judgment, remember, without expectation, guiding ourselves back to the focus, back to the counting. Noticing the thoughts and feelings as if they were clouds passing by in the sky. No need to analyse them. Our job in meditation is to notice. Notice when we've been distracted, when the mind has wandered, and to guide our awareness back to the breath, back to the counting. Now you can stop counting and stop any focus on your breath and allow the mind to do whatever it wants to do. At this point, try not to move just yet. Start by becoming aware of noises around you. And bring the attention back to the body, where it touches the chair or the floor. Start to make gentle movements with your fingers, with your toes, maybe moving the head from side to side to release the neck. Back into the room. And gently open the eyes. Become aware of the space around you. Bring the hands to prayer position at heart center. Take a deep breath in and out. And on your next in-breath, sweep the arms overhead. Bring the hands together above the head and exhale. Bring the hands back down to heart center, bowing slightly forward. Namaste. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me today.